live celebration. I am so happy that you are all with me today. And Bentley apparently just got scared and ran off, probably because of that picture. Did you guys just see the picture that I posted for the thumbnail for this? I had to get his little party hat on and his sunglasses that I picked up at Party City today. And I think apparently he's mad at me. So anyways, he's over there playing with this toy and we're just gonna go with it. So if you are new to my channel, my name is Angela. I normally focus on fashion entertainment videos, and it's for our ladies and our 40s and beyond, and I try to look for budget-friendly fashion. So that's been my thing, and our community has grown to over 10K. I still am shocked when I say that. I mean, I really can't believe it, and I'm so grateful that for everyone in this community and how it's grown. So I hope that the lighting is all good for everybody. You can see me okay. It's all good. So anyways, what we're gonna do, hello, Susan. We are going to have a little celebration. I've got a couple of little surprises, Now, don't think it's gonna be anything crazy awesome, but I do have a cake that I wanna share with you guys tonight. Hi, Pam, and hi, Omega. Sorry if I miss you because I don't have my glasses on. I'm gonna try to read this. I have gotten so many questions from you all too for the Q&A session of this video tonight too. So I am so excited to go over the questions, and I'm gonna share the cake that I bought with you guys because like I said, that's my thing. And hello everyone, hi JC. So anyway, yep, Bentley, I bought him a couple of little things from Party City today, and he's probably not gonna like it, but I thought it would be cute, and we're gonna share that as well. So I'm thankful that you are all here to join me tonight, and let's go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna make this a little interactive, and I know it takes a little bit of a second to have you guys answer. Would you rather me start with the cake? Would you rather me start with Bentley or the questions? Let's see what you guys have to say about that. So we will start wherever you want me to start. Questions, okay, I see questions so far. Bentley, the cake. We have one of each right now. Questions, Bentley, questions, Bentley. All right, looks like we have kind of, I'm gonna think we're gonna start with Bentley. You know what, that way it will let him just kind of go do his thing. And of course, I had to bring over to my little table here. This toy is his favorite. He has two of these toys. If you guys have dogs, I don't know about your dogs, but Bentley, these toys are his favorite. He drops anything to come over here. And he is here. I had to put him on my table, so I knew that would get him. So we're gonna put his little party hat on and these little cute glasses I found at Party City. They're for a toddler, but I thought it's gotta be for him. Okay, so, hi. Are you gonna come and say hi? Mr. Bentley is finally back to himself. He was just at the vet the other day to get some vaccinations and like stuff, you know, the regular stuff done. And I felt so bad for him. Like for a day, he was like not himself. Today, he is back to himself, so I'm so happy. So, okay, Mr. Bentley. All right, let's show them your little attire here for the day. I have two party hats. Look at how cute these little things are. These look like they could be for a baby, honestly. And I thought, oh yeah, I gotta get those. So I have this one, and it came with like a pack or whatever. So I've got these two little party hats. You saw them in the one, so let's put on the other. We gotta get Bentley ready for the live celebration too, right? I know he's probably not gonna like me for this, but I mean, really, look at how cute he looks. Bentley, are you excited? Are you excited about the party? Yeah, he's done. All right, well, we got him for a second, right? All right, so anyways, look at how cute these are. Seriously, you know, I thought it was so adorable. Okay, I'm gonna give him a little treat because he did come over here. All right, you go get it. All right, he's totally off. Okay, So why don't we go ahead and start with the questions, because that was kind of the next thing. And I'm going to go to the cake too, because I cannot wait to show you what I got from my local bakery. And I'm going to have to explain more about it in a little bit. First of all, let me just say, you're going to have to hear that in the background. He's got his ball. He's all excited. You're going to hear the squeaks. Okay. I am so thrilled. I had so many questions come in for tonight for the Q&A. There were some tough ones too. I really had to think about it. There's a lot of easy ones for me to answer, but there were some tough ones too. So anyway, I thank you for all your questions that came in. I'm going to go through them, and as I went through and wrote them all down from each person, I'm wondering if it's okay if I say your name. I'm not going to say your full name, but if your name is, Brenda B, is it okay if I say that? That this person is the one that sent in the question, excuse me. Because I feel like it just makes it more personalized. Like this question came from this person, to give you a little credit and props for asking that question. And I thank you for that. Okay. So if it's not, you can kind of let me know if you're not okay with that. Hopefully I will catch that. But anyway, okay, the first question that came in was from Darlene A. And you know what? I have to tell you, I get this question probably about 2 to 3 times a week, at least right now. Okay, and it is, what is the color of my walls? I get that so much right now, and I'm typing away at the answer every time. Here's what I have to tell you. We painted our walls, I'm going to say about 6 years ago now. And while I remember what the paint was from, what the brand was from, I don't remember the exact name. So I say this every time that somebody asks me. It came from Benjamin Moore. It was a gray blue color. It came right from the paint chip. We did not put any white, or how you can alter colors sometimes to make it a little lighter, a little darker. We took it right from the paint chip, and I don't know the exact name. I say that every time, and I feel bad because I don't remember what it is anymore. We don't have the paint can even from it anymore. And it looks different in different times of day. I have to tell you, when there's more light coming in, obviously it looks lighter. Anyways, that's all I can give you on that. I'm sorry, Darlene. Okay, so let me move on to the next question. How did I start being a YouTuber? And is YouTube my only job? That question came in from Gail S. and Nancy S. So I became a YouTuber. So back in 2018, and I'm going to get to this a little later with another question, is when I started. And at that point, I will explain what was happening in my life at that time. I started because, a lot of you know Barbara at BC Sells, and I was watching a lot of fashion videos. I think I've always been passionate about fashion. Even back in my high school days, I always dressed maybe a little bit differently than people here did in Michigan, because I came from California at that point in my life, and fashion was big. It was different there than was here. And I would always go out and visit my mom in the summertime and come back with these absolutely cool clothes that I would buy out in California, and I'd be ready to start my school year here. And I was always 3-4 months before the fashions came here. And that was exciting to me. But anyways, it started a long time ago. And when I saw Barbara, that was one of the first YouTubers. She was one of the first YouTubers that I was watching at that point. And I thought, I just loved how she did her videos. She was just so personable and so good at what she does. And I thought, I wonder if I could do that. I had no clue how to do any of this stuff, but I thought, let me give it a whirl, maybe let me just try it, right? I'm into trying new things. That's how it started. It started back in 2018. I just thought I would try it. And I'll get into a little bit more about what was going on in my life that kind of made me do that as well in a little bit. Okay, so the next question that came in was from KD and from Rhoda J. And it was, what is my dream vacation? Okay, you need to tell me if anybody is out there that has the same thought as me. Every time I see the commercials for those vacations that are on an overwater bungalow, like in Bora Bora, or what are those, Maldives or whatever, I'm like, sign me up. Okay. I need to go on one of those vacations. They just look like paradise. And that is like the ultimate vacation for me. And I have been actually searching for places that are closer than that, because that's like a long way to go travel for that kind of a vacation. And it's a lot of money. So I know I've been looking at Jamaica. I know Jamaica, there's some sandals resorts that have those overwater bungalows like that. Mexico, I think, has some of those. But like dream vacation, that's the dream vacation for me. Like going to some place like that, private bungalow over the water, beautiful, like turquoise water. I mean, just, I'm there. Sign me up, okay? That's my dream vacation. I mean, Europe is good too. I really do want to make it over to Europe. UK is on the top of my list for Europe. Italy, those are probably my top two that I want to go to over in Europe. So that would be awesome too. Okay, what did I study in school and what was my favorite subjects? So this is kind of interesting. Life is interesting, that's all I have to say. Because sometimes you start out doing one thing and you end up in a completely different thing, right? I mean, it happened to me anyways. And so I went to school for dental hygiene. I got my license from University of Michigan. That's where I met one of my best friends in the world, Shannon. And if you're watching Shannon, a shout out. She is just great. I love her to death. And she's been in my life for many, many years. Anyways, we went to school for dental hygiene together. And at the time, that's what I thought I wanted to do. I thought, yes, I can talk to people. I can, be in a professional environment and all this stuff. And the thing is, I like to talk too much, as maybe some of you can see. And that didn't really work out too well for a person who has to work in someone else's mouth. They can't really answer my questions. So I found that was a bit of a challenge because I really wanted to focus on knowing about this person and building a relationship, and that didn't really jive with having an hour of them in my chair and I had to do this job, right? So that's what I went to school for, to answer that question in a long roundabout way. My favorite subjects in school, art. Can you believe that? Yeah, that's America. Why didn't I see that way back then, right? Art was my favorite subjects, and actually geography. Art is very prevalent in my life right now, and it was when I was doing cakes a lot, because that's a lot of art. And so anyways, to answer that question, that was my favorite subjects in school. Okay, have I made other friends on YouTube besides Barbara? Yes, absolutely. I have made a lot of friends that are also YouTubers. I have made a lot of friends who are not YouTubers, who are subscribers or who are viewers. And I don't want to call anybody out in particular, because you know what's going to happen. I'm going to forget to say somebody's name, and then I'm going to feel horrible about that. So I don't want to list everybody, because then I'm afraid I'm going to forget about somebody. So yes, that's the answer to the question. I've made a lot of great relationships, and actually that's been one of my favorite things about YouTube. Never thought in my mind when I first started this that those relationships would be so prominent, and they are, and I'm very grateful for that. Okay, what is my husband's occupation? So he is a financial advisor. That's all I can say about that. I guess back in the day, they used to call it a stockbroker, was like the appropriate term. And now it's kind of evolved to financial advisor. And so he's done that for years and years and years since we met back in the 90s. That's been his job. He stayed at the same company, even though the company has rotated through different companies. He's been there all along. So that's what he does. What's my daily lifestyle like? I think it's pretty typical. Thank you, Emerald Eyes. I think it's pretty typical to everybody else's. I have my days that I work outside of the house, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday, usually 3 days a week. Anything like exciting to you guys would be that I go shopping for all my hauls on Friday. that is the day I get the gumption to go out to all the stores, try to find what's great. And filming takes place on Saturdays. I usually try to film 2 videos on Saturdays for the week, because on Sunday is editing, besides spending time with family and all that. That's all in there as well. But there's a lot of time editing on Sunday, and then that way it goes out Sunday night, Monday night, and then one later in the week for usually Thursday. So, but you know, the regular stuff, the grocery shopping, the cleaning, we clean our own house. My husband and I, we have different jobs that we do. He is awesome. He helps me out a lot, and I thank him for that. Probably I should do that more. And he's great. He really is. He does a lot of things around here, and it really helps out. But we do everything ourselves, and you know, so that's just what I do in an average day. I'm an average person, like just, you know, like everybody else. Okay. What are my favorite recipes? My favorite meatless recipes? Well, I'm going to let you know right now, I do not like to cook. I just don't. And that is probably the thing. I'm more of a person who eats to live rather than live to eat. And I think that plays a part in why I don't really like to cook. I just, you know, whatever. I just eat whatever. And for these guys, I make, you know, maybe make a meal for them, and I just grab something quick for myself because I eat differently. And we're going to get to that in a little bit. Let's just say I love easy. I love quick. I like to get in and out of the kitchen if I do cook. So it's got to be simple. A couple of my favorite meatless meals. I don't eat meat. I will explain that in a little bit. Some of my favorite really easy meals, a baked potato bar. Like, these guys actually like it. I like it. It's simple. I put the baked potatoes in the oven for an hour because I like that crispness around the outside. And I make a salad, and I saute a big pan of vegetables like asparagus and garlic and onion and mushroom, broccolini. I put like a bunch of stuff in there, zucchini, and saute it all. And that's a dinner. That's a dinner. Baked potato and a salad and like sauteed veggies. That's a good one. Everybody likes that around here. And then I make a really good bean soup. Now, I wouldn't say these guys like it, but I like it. I make the soup a little bit of a creamier bean soup, and I put leeks in there, or what are those, shallots, asparagus. I put veggies in there in the bean soup. And for me, that's great. I'll have that for lunch and be totally satisfied with that. So, but I'm not a great cook, unfortunately. That is one of my weaknesses, I'm going to have to admit. So I'm not the person to look for recipes, honestly. I'm going to just put that out there, okay? So anyways, if I'm missing your guys' comments, please I just want you to know that sometimes as I'm talking, I won't be able to really catch them all. Please be patient. And, you know, if I see them, great. If I don't. Anyways, earrings. I saw that one. Venus. These came from Venus. So, okay. Do I earn money being a YouTuber? For the longest time, I did not. And when you first start on YouTube, you really don't. You have to meet criteria to be able to start earning with ads on your channel. That's how a YouTuber makes money. One of the ways is by the ads that scroll on your channel. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours on your channel before you can even make the cut to have ads put on your channel. That took me quite a while. I want to say about 1 year and 5 months before I got to that point. It takes a long time. Not for some people. Some people get really lucky, and they just fly, you know. I wasn't like that. It took a long time, of a lot of work and diligence and patience, and it did happen. So that's how you make money, is the ads. So when you see the ads play on my channel, those advertisers pay me a little fraction for the longer people watch those ads, the more money I get. actually. So I try, when I'm watching other people's channels, I try not to skip through the ads because I do know they'll earn a little bit more money that way, but I don't expect everybody to do that. You do your thing, you know, that's totally okay. Okay, how did I learn to video and edit and post and all that? So let me tell you, there is so much to learn on YouTube, and I actually love it because it keeps my mind active on learning all these things that there are to learn about it. It takes a long time. You won't learn everything. If anybody out there is thinking about starting their own channel, there is a lot involved. There's a lot to learn to even get one video up. I started with knowing zilch, and actually Labor Day, 1 year, 2018, when I decided, you know, I think maybe I should try this. Let me just see how it goes. My daughter helped me with my first video. She showed me one time, and it was like, if I had any questions after that, it was like, you know, Mom, I just showed you. You know how that goes. Okay, so I was like, all right, okay. So I figured it out, you know, after the one time, and I just kind of went from there. I learned along the way, and I'm still learning. I have a lot to learn still. There are still things I want to work on. Anyway, so it is, the biggest help is watching YouTube videos on how to do these things. So if you're thinking about it yourself, watch videos on how to start a YouTube channel, what the steps are for putting a video together, uploading it, all that stuff, editing. There are a million videos out there that are very helpful. So I would suggest to do that. How do you get your own channel? You just create it. And those videos, like I'm talking about, will tell you how to do that. What are the steps that you need to go through to create your own channel? So thank you, Vicki. Do I pay YouTube to have my own channel? No, you do not pay YouTube to have a channel. You create it. You don't have to pay anything. But once you get to that space where you've gained over 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, then you'll start earning a little bit. The more views you get on your videos, the more ads you can get, the more money you make. So that's how that all works. And let me just tell you, in case you're all wondering if I pick the ads that you guys see when you watch my videos, I have zero input on that. The YouTube and the companies that work with them choose whose channel they want to advertise on. So I have zero say in what kind of commercials you see on my videos. And I think they kind of put different ads with people they think are going to resonate with that. Honestly, I don't know how it works. You know, it's like a little bit of a mystery, but I feel like they put advertisements with your views, you know, for you, what they think you're going to be interested in. So that's my theory, but who knows? Anyways, so, okay, so let's see what the next one is. Oh, here's a good one. And I'm forgetting to say who these questions are by. I'm sorry. This was given from Patty H. and Rose. You know who I'm talking about. Did my second channel idea ever happen? So if you guys have been watching me for a little while, I did start a second channel. And that was back in, November, I think, of this last year. And it was a cake channel. It is a cake channel. It is still in existence, even though I haven't done a whole lot with it. And I'll tell you why. At that point, I put a few videos on that channel. And if you search for it, you will not find me. I've tried to search for my name. It's the Cake Artist is what I called that channel. I put it in YouTube. I can't find it. So I will have to put a link maybe in this live down in the description box later tonight. I will go and put a link to that channel so that you guys can actually find me. I think I have 3 videos. And the thing is, I love cakes. And some of you know that about me, that I make cakes and I love that. But this channel got a lot busier than I ever thought it would be. And I actually have a new job that I am helping my daughter out with. So the thing is, I don't have as much time to dedicate now to that channel as I did. And I don't want to say that it's still there and I don't want to give that channel up, because I will get to that. But at this point, I don't have the time right now to put new content on that channel when I've really been focusing on this channel, because fashion is another passion of mine, right? And I just love how this community has grown and everybody's so excited about the fashion, and I'm going with it, right? Thank you. Thank you, Maggie. Okay, so here's another question. Can I do cooking videos on healthy meals to prepare? Okay, I'm gonna tell you what, that's an awesome question, but I have to be honest with myself and with you all. I am not the person to turn to for cooking. My family will agree with you. I just don't have the passion for it. So if I were to put out videos on cooking for you all, I think you might be able to tell right from the get-go that you're probably gonna see I'm not as passionate about it. It just isn't in me for that. That would be way out of my comfort zone. And so I'm not gonna go there. I need to go with things that I feel alive to present with you guys with. You know what I'm saying? Like, that I feel like it will be fun for you guys to watch. And you guys will probably see the dread on my face with the cooking videos. So no, I'm gonna have to be honest about that. If I only had one store to shop at, you guys are being, this is a good question, and it really made me think. If I only had one store to shop at for the rest of my life, can any of you say that? Like, you could pick one store right now, forever. That would be the only store? This is a hard one. Okay, so for clothes, one store, what would that be? Okay. Ooh, this is a hard one. Okay. I'm going to actually say, and I'm very surprised that I'm saying this right now, because if you were to ask me 6 months ago, wouldn't have said this ever. Walmart. And I'm being serious about that. I find so many cute clothes at Walmart. Every time I go in there, it's like a treasure hunt, and I'm excited to see what I find because there's always something, okay? So I guess if I had to pick one store, because they have shoes, they have jewelry, they have clothes. So that was it for me, I think I could get by on that. And if there's anybody that was saying, like, wondering if these slippers that I was sharing with you guys were a joke, that's what's on my feet right now. Yep, these slippers. And let me show you this. I was at Walmart again today. Look what I picked up. Pair number 2 for when pair number 1 is like burnt out and ready for the pitch, right? I've got number 2 right in the back. You know, I mean, I am serious when I say I love these slippers. I'm telling you what. Okay, I'm gonna have to say Walmart. Old Navy has really cute clothes, and I have found that out more so as well lately, but they don't have shoes. They do, but a little. You know what I'm saying? They don't have as much variety. They do have some jewelry and stuff, but I'm going to say more selection at Walmart, so I have to pick one store for the rest of my life. I guess I'm going to say Walmart. Yeah, I'm going to say that. Okay, here is a big one. Oh, that question was by Stacy L. and Prairie Makeup sent that question in, okay? This question, I have gotten so many people asking me, and this time around, Karen K, let's see, Tina P, Christy B, Jenny O, and Camilla R all wanted to know this question. What do I do for the magic diet and exercise, right? Let me start this out by saying I'm a little embarrassed and to say that I don't have all the awesome answers for this. I really don't. I don't have this is what you need to do and you're good to go. I fall off the wagon just like everybody else, I think. I have times where I'm really super good and times where I'm getting the bags of chips. Yeah, I'm getting chips. I'm getting, dip out there, whatever. I mean, I think we're all in the same boat with this. But I will say, the one thing that I've stuck with for years now, and I think I started this back in 2010, is I'm eating more vegan. I'm not going to say I'm a complete vegan because that would be a little stretch, okay? I try to eat the best I can towards a vegan diet. I don't eat any meat at all. I will definitely not cheat for that. I just don't crave it, honestly. And so since 2010, zero meat, nothing. And for dairy, very little dairy. I always go with the alternative: almond milk, soy milk, coconut milk, like all of that stuff I will have. I don't drink milk at all. I don't eat regular cheese. I do an alternative cheese, sour cream, all that stuff is all dairy free. And it has, maybe that's part of what's been working for me because I've done that for so long now. And I remember back in the beginning when I started this, and I went from being a meat eater and a dairy eater, because let me tell you, I used to love my meat. I used to like good old prime rib and steak. I'm there with the best of you, okay? I used to love that. But I got to a point, I think, here's what happened. I went to a seminar. Yes, I take B12. When you're a vegan or when you eat mostly like that, B12 is very important as a supplement to take because B12 is found in a lot of your meat products. And since I don't eat that, I do take a B12 supplement. And let me tell you this, for anybody that's worried about what about your protein? What about your calcium? Like, how are those levels? I go to my doctor every year. I get blood work done every year. And they give me my blood work results with protein, and it shows me on the range where I am in the levels of my protein in my blood, my calcium, my cholesterol, all the stuff, cholesterol, like everything. And with protein and calcium, believe it or not, with what I'm eating, I am always in the middle of that range every year. So because there are other things that you eat that stuff comes from, beans, for example. And there's protein that you get from different foods. It's not just from meat. It's really interesting when you research it. Google it. You'll find all kinds of great information on that. And the same thing with calcium. You can get calcium from green leafy vegetables. So there are other sources besides dairy. And I'm not here to tell anybody how to eat at all. I don't judge. I just do what's right for me, what feels good for me. And that's all I can say. You have to do what's right for you. And I respect everybody's opinion on that. Everybody's different. So that's just what I've done since way back in the day. And it's worked for me. So I keep doing it, and I don't miss it, which is weird. I don't miss meat. I don't miss dairy. Now, so I just saw a question pop up there. I'm not a strict vegan. So if I have a piece of cake, let's say, and it has, cake has eggs in it, it might have a little dairy in it. I don't get weird about that. If there's a little bit of something in there, I'm going to eat it. If I'm over at somebody's house for dinner and, there's a little dairy in the mashed potatoes or something, I'm not going to get weird about it. I'm going to eat it. You know what I'm saying? I don't eat meat. I will eat the sides. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not so strict that I'm like, oh no, I can't ever, I just do it for me more so than I have to it's always got to be this. So anyways, that's what I do. Exercise, I walk. That's all. That's really all I do. I should do more. Honestly, I could, here, you know what I'm talking about? This stuff here. I could work on that. The inner thighs, I could work on that. You know what I'm saying? There's things that are like jiggling a little more than I'd like, and I need to get on the horn on that, but I don't. I walk right now, and that's all I do. So to answer your question there. So I could do more. I'm telling you. I know. Okay. Here's the next question. This is by Kim C. Do I keep all of the clothes that I get or do I return all of them in my hauls? So I'm only going to speak for myself because I can't speak for all the other fashion YouTubers out there because I don't really know what they do. For me, I do not have the closet space or the budget to keep everything that I buy. So just like all of everybody, when you go to the store and you pick things out and you feel like, I like that, but when I get it on, is it gonna look good on me? Am I gonna like it on? When I get it home and I show you guys, that's the first time I'm trying these clothes on. I don't pre-try them on and then decide if I wanna show it to you. I give you my opinion right there. I try it on, and if it's hideous, I let you know it's hideous on me. So I don't keep everything. And I keep the things that are my favorite. I keep the things that look good on me, that I feel look good on me, or that I hear from you guys. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know. And then all of you guys will pour in like, yeah, that's a no, girlfriend. Okay. Or you're like, you need to keep that. And I take all of that into consideration. So anytime I ask you, it matters. I'm looking for your honest opinion, and you guys always give it to me. And a lot of decisions come from that. If I'm like, okay, they're all telling me it looks good, I need to keep it, I do. So that's very helpful, but no, in no way do I keep everything. I just can't, it's like if I went to a store and bought everything, like it's just not all gonna look good, So no, I don't keep everything. But I will tell you this, Walmart and Old Navy, I've been keeping a lot more than I think that maybe I should, what I'm saying? Because I get it on, I'm like, oh, darn it, it's only like $13, maybe I should keep it. So that's been a little bit more tempting than the subscription boxes where I got a lot of really expensive things. And it's easy sometimes to say, heck no, because if it doesn't look great, heck no, it's going back, okay? But these less expensive, affordable stuff, it's like, oh, maybe I need to keep it, That's been a little difficult. Okay. So have I had any luck? Oh, wait, hold on. I missed one. This one came from Kim C as well. What other YouTubers do you like to watch? So there are a lot of great other fashion YouTubers out there. And I don't want to call any one in particular out because they're all good in their own way with what they do. So I don't want to single anybody out. There are a lot of good people out there. You have to go with who you resonate with, who you like, their style. Maybe the style helps you decide who you're going to watch. When I am not filming, sometimes I tend to like to watch things that just take me away a bit from the fashion part. Okay. So you're going to laugh at me, but I like to watch videos on YouTube, like how to grow on YouTube, how to make your channel better, stuff like that. So Annie Dubé, I think that's how you say her last name. I really like her videos. She really has a lot of good information on how to improve your videos. And I really like watching her and her input on that. The other one I like to watch, travel channels, because it's just a dream, right? You just like, for me, it's like, oh, Calgon, take me away, right? And these travel channels, sometimes it's like, I'm not going anywhere right now, so I'm gonna watch your channel because you've got all these awesome things I can look at and just dream that I'm there. There was one channel I found just the other day, I think it was called Passport Pages. And this woman talks about resorts around the world and all-inclusive resorts, and they just look beautiful. And I've been getting sucked into her channel because it just gives you that little escape without having to leave your house. Yankee in the South, it's a husband and wife couple, and they're from Tennessee, one of my favorite places. We go there at least typically once a year. We go to Tennessee, love it down there. And they're in the Pigeon Forge area, Gatlinburg area, and I love to watch their videos. They just seem like such a nice couple. And I get caught up in their videos as well because it just takes me to that place, It's one of my favorite places. So that's what I watch when I'm maybe not doing the fashion thing, just to kind of a little escape, right? Okay, this is from Francis N. Have I found any luck with the solution to the strapless bra issue? Okay, now I have to tell you, on that Walmart video that we talked about the strapless bras, I did go yesterday and I pinned to the comment section the top ones. I went through all the comments again and wrote down the top choices that people talked about. There were 8 that I caught. And I'm sorry if I miss somebody's. Don't be mad or anything, but like scrolling through a lot of comments sometimes, hoping I caught them all. I listed 8 strapless bras at the top that are supposed to be good. Everybody was raving about those. Not tried them myself though. So I can't personally say, but I'm thinking I might order some of these 8 at least, try them out so that I can then say personal experience. This is what I thought. But if you want to know about that, go back to that Walmart video where in the thumbnail it says we need to talk. That's the video I pinned it to, okay? So you guys can go check it out. All right, where am I here? Where am I? Okay. How have I combated the extra weight that can typically come after menopause? Or has this not been an issue at all because I'm mostly vegan? This is from Tammy D. This is a great question. And without doing too TMI, okay, I had just gone to the doctor the other day, like 2 days ago. They took blood work again. And I found out, which I didn't know, that I am not anywhere, I'm absolutely not in that phase of life yet, which I was like, really? I was, thinking. I mean, I'm going to tell you honestly, I'm 51. Okay, I know people are wondering how old I am. Some people think I'm in my 40s. Some people may think I'm older than I just said, but I'm 51 and I'm thinking it's got to be happening, right? Maybe I'm not like, Mike's watching. Oh, great, Mike. And I'm talking about menopause. How hysterical. Okay, just, do this for a minute. Anyways, now, can you tell, am I flush now? Oh my gosh. Okay. Anyways, I'm not there yet. And I think that's part of the reason, maybe I'm just lucky at this moment that I haven't had to deal with the weight gain. I have not had to deal with the sleep or the hot flashes and all that yet, yet. But you know what? I will tell you, I've had sleep issues. I'll wake up sometimes in the middle of the night, 2-3 hours, I'm laying there and cannot go back to sleep. And I'm thinking, you know how you just wait and you're looking at the clock and you're going, okay, an hour's passed. When am I going to fall back to sleep? That is already happening to me. And it is a pain in the butt, let me tell you. But luckily, none of the other stuff is going on yet. So Tammy, wait a minute, hold on, where did I go? Tammy D, I have not experienced that yet. So I cannot say what a lot of other women are really in that part of life right now. And so I don't know what I can say about that, except to just tell you where I am. Okay, how long have I been doing fashion hauls and subscription boxes on YouTube? I started with fashion subscription boxes back in 2018, and it was September. And I did that for a long time until I started getting recently, really, since maybe December, I've started getting into the hauls. And I really like it because I can pick out my own clothes. Now, I'm going to say I do like a good surprise. So when I get a subscription box, I love the surprise of that because you never know if there's going to be like a really good item in there and that you're going to end up loving and somebody else picked it out for you. And maybe I would have passed by it in a million times in the store. I love that aspect because it's like, oh, I don't think I'll like that. But the minute you get it on, that a stylist gives that to you, you're like, well, dang, how come I haven't been looking for this color? You know what I'm saying? So I like that element of the subscription boxes, but I also really like going and picking stuff out for myself. And that's just been so much fun. It's like a treasure hunt, right? That's all I can say about it. Okay, so these questions, this one and the next one are coming from Kat Rees 63. I hope I'm saying that right. How much has my style changed over this time that I've started? Honestly, I think I would have to say pretty much zero. I think my style has been my style for a long time, but it took me a little bit of time to realize what that style was. I think it was always there, but you know how sometimes you get a bit confused, maybe it's just me, about what is your style? You know what I'm saying? And you try different things like, is that me? Is this me? And when you finally find it and you're in your zone, it's much easier than to shop for yourself, but it takes a while sometimes. So I think that happened. It took a while, but I don't think my style really has ever changed. It just took me a little bit of time to realize what it was. So, okay, this is by Linda S. This came in from Linda S. Am I always as happy as I am in my videos? And the answer is absolutely not. I mean, I try to be a positive person, but honestly, I think I'm just like everybody else. There are times where I feel more quiet. There are times where I am feeling blue. Like you know how and you don't really know what it is some days where you wake up and you're like, I just don't feel like myself. I have those days too. And some days that I feel grumpy, you know what I'm saying? And so if you were to ask my family, they would say absolutely not. I'm not always like this, but I try to be this way most of the time. I try to be positive. And most of the time it works. Let me just say that. Sometimes it doesn't. And I think I would think that's pretty common with a lot of people. We're not always feeling great, right? So there's my answer on that one. Let's see. Okay, this one is by Bridget C. Bridget, you made me think on this question a lot. What have I learned about myself since COVID started? That took a little bit of thinking. There's been so many changes since this whole COVID thing started for a lot of people in your lives, in the world, right? And I don't want to get political here. And, you know, I never want to do that on my channel. I don't want to talk about religion. I don't want to talk about politics, because this is a place for everybody, for us to escape. There's enough of that out there that this is a safe zone for that, is what I want to say. So, but with all the changes that have happened in the world, and sometimes you don't know it's going to be a good change until later down the road, and you think, you know, actually that probably is a good thing, you know, that happened. Personally, I found that the really cool thing was that we all needed to slow down. We were forced to slow down in our lives. And for me and my family, like when COVID first started last spring, it was a wake-up call for everybody, right? It was like, what the heck's going on here? But we all needed to take a pause in life, right? And that was a good thing, because I think we got to spend a lot more time together than we did before. We can get caught up in this running around, right? And everybody's busy with their thing. And it really pulled us together as a family, because we had to be. Number one, honestly, you weren't allowed to go anywhere. So what were you going to do? You know, it's you and your family, and that's it. And it really made us pause our lives and come together as a family more than anything. So I would think the thing I learned about myself is just that maybe we don't always need to be so busy in life. And I know that's hard, because I'm sitting here saying this, and sometimes I can get wrapped up in it, you know, busy and, you know, get this done and that done and whatever. But I think that was a good thing that came out of COVID, is just to realize that maybe we don't need to be as busy as we think we do, you know, sometimes. So that was a good question, Bridget. Okay, what is my favorite way to unwind was her other question. So in the summertime, it is absolutely going on a boat ride. We just got our boat in the water today, and it's a little chilly outside, so it's not like we're going to be going out anytime soon. Is Barbara on here? Barbara, are you here? I thought she was telling me she wasn't going to be able to make it, so I didn't know if she was here. But I see people saying, hi, Barbara. Hey, you did make it. So anyways, Barbara's here. Thank you, Barbara, for making it. I know you were busy tonight. So anyways, my favorite way to unwind in the summertime is absolutely going out in the boat. Sometimes it feels like a mini vacation without having to go anywhere. You're out in the water, you got the music playing, you're seeing the other boats and stuff. It's just really peaceful. So in the summertime, that's my favorite way. In the wintertime, my favorite way to unwind is watching a really good show on Netflix, like getting involved in a really good show. And I'm going to tell you something. You guys, a lot of you told me to watch The Crown because I was asking a few videos ago, or maybe in my last live, what are you guys watching? I think it was in my Stitch Fix, and I think I asked you guys to talk to each other about what are you all watching. And The Crown came up a lot, and we had not watched that yet. We finished watching it. Absolutely great. Love it. I really wish they would have continued, but maybe they'll have another season. So thank you for recommending The Crown. So a good show. That's what I'm going to say is my way to unwind, especially in the wintertime, at nighttime. Okay, I'm going to take a tiny break from questions because I am dying to show you the cake I got for this 10K celebration. I was so excited. Okay, hold the phone 1 second. I got to get it. It's on this table over here. Hold on. All right. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, so little backstory. I got this from a local bakery, Milford Bakery. Now, I used to work at Milford Bakery, I think for 6 or 7 years, maybe, around there, okay, as a cake decorator there. And I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I want to give a shout out to any of the peeps from Milford Bakery that are watching right now. They are awesome, awesome people. I really loved it working there. And I'm not just saying that, Heidi and Mike, because I know you're watching. That is for real. And so I loved being able to be creative and all that. So I wanted to order my cake. When I ordered my 5K cake, I was down in Florida. We were down in Florida in February, and I ordered it from a bakery down there. So now since I'm home, I wanted to get it from my hometown bakery. If anybody's local, you need to go check out Milford Bakery if you've never been there before. So anyways, I told Tiffany, who works at Milford Bakery, kind of my thought on what I was looking for this cake. So are you guys ready to see it? I'm very excited about it. So, all right, here is the cake. And here, let me tell you my thought process on this, okay? So I wanted one of the thumbnails kind of popping out from the side of the cake, like breaking through YouTube, right? And the little YouTube logo over here, this is a drip that comes down the side of the cake. So she put that on with the YouTube colors. And then on the top, okay, because nowadays, like Walmart has been kicking it, right? So I wanted a little shopping bag from Walmart, right? And we put, they put a little Walmart logo on the top and a little 10K and all these little streamers and stuff coming out, like a little celebration party. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to tell you right now, this has been on the table over here, and every time I walk by, I've been smelling this cake. It just reminds me of like a very homey feel. And the reason why is because my mom used to work at a bakery when I was younger. She was a cake decorator. And so I used to go to work with her, and I would sleep sometimes on some of the flour bags in the bakery. I would take a nap while she was working early in the morning. I know, I didn't realize that you guys are better than I am with these ideas. Why didn't I think to put a jean jacket on there? But look at, what am I wearing in the thumbnail? Didn't think about that, but it's a jean jacket, right? So it kind of made it on the cake anyway. So anyways, this smell to me is very familiar, and it makes me, I don't know, just feel like comfortable. You know what I'm saying? So I've been smelling this all afternoon as I'm passing by this cake. This is a banana cake. I'm going to have to say Milford Bakery, in my opinion, makes the best banana cake. Every time when I would work there, she would take the scraps, you cut them off the top of the cake, and we'd all be like, oh, is that banana? I need some of that banana, you know, all the time. So I'm excited to get into this. I am not going to eat it in front of you because I think that'd be rude. So after the live is done, my family and I are going to cut into this awesome cake. So very excited. Thank you, Heidi. Thank you, Milford Bakery. Thank you, Tiffany, for taking the time to make an awesome cake. So I really appreciate it. Let me put this down. Hold on. All right, you guys, can you tell that my face is like totally flush again? I'm like going to be red here. Look at that. Yep, you can tell. Okay. All right. So happy to share that cake. That kind of thing means the world to me because that's my thing. And that's one of the questions. Somebody asked, can I see some of your cakes that you've done? Because she said, if you're a cake artist, do you have pictures to show us? So I will show you a couple of the cakes that I've done coming up in a few minutes here when we get to that question. So let me find out where I was here. Okay. Why did I start my YouTube channel? Okay, this kind of goes along with one of the questions before about when I started. And and why I started. Well, this is why. Okay. At the time that I started my YouTube channel, there was a lot of things going on in my life. One was and I don't want to get into this in detail. All I'm going to say is I had some really bad back issues, and pain was a pretty consistent thing every day for me. And so I was trying to find a way to get through that. And so I was at the point where I wanted a distraction away from that. I didn't want my mind to be on that all day long. And so I was trying to find a way around that. I was at a point where my daughter was in high school, my son was going to high school, and I really was at that point in my life where I thought, what am I going to do? What am I doing? What's my purpose now? I felt like being a mother, while it's not done, they didn't need me as much anymore. When you have kids that are in that teenage stage where it's like they're busy with their friends, they're busy with school, they're busy with work, and they don't need you like young kids do. And I had a hard time transitioning, right? And so I was like, what the heck am I doing with myself? And so YouTube was something that really, I felt like this is something I can sink my teeth into because I feel like there's so much to learn. It's always evolving. You can be creative with it. And I just love fashion. And so I thought, when I saw Barbara, if you're still out there, I don't know if you are, I felt like maybe I should give that a try. And I remember talking to her about that, saying, I don't know if I can do what you do because I don't even know where to start, And so, like I said, my daughter taught me initially, like how to do a video, my first thing. And I thought, let's just see where this goes. And, here we are. I mean, I am humbled and grateful and amazed at where this community has gone and where it has grown to in such a quick time. I'm so grateful for that. I really am. So anyways, I started it really because of those things. I was a little bit bored, when I was at home thinking, what am I doing, So that's why I started it. Maybe to see if I could, besides getting my mind off of other things that I didn't want to think about as much in my life, like the pain, back pain and all that kind of thing is what I mean. That question came from Christy B and Rose. So just credit for you guys. Okay, this next question is from Maureen D. Do I film in my own house? Yes, I absolutely film in my house. Sometimes you'll see me on the deck. I might film in my backyard, or sometimes I've filmed on the boat, but most of the time it's in my house. And it's weird how I've transitioned from in the very beginning. If you watch my very first video, I was in another room over on that side of my house in a chair. So I just look at my first video and I think, oh my gosh, you just grow into yourself on camera over time. It takes time. And you see yourself become a little bit more comfortable. And I've rotated kind of around this downstairs filming. And now I love this position where I am. I'm filming right in front of a window. So right behind you is a big window right now. And that's normally where a lot of light comes in when it's not dark, okay? And I love it because all that light, I'm telling you what, you guys are all like, you look younger. It looks like you're aging in reverse. Your hair looks blonder. It is because of this darn window. I'm telling you what, the lighting makes a big difference in what I look like on the camera. I mean, I don't know if you can tell now besides the flushness, but like when I'm in worse lighting, I mean, you're gonna see my wrinkles more, honestly, you know? But if I'm got that good light coming in, it's like it hides all that stuff, which is awesome. So anyways, I'm not doing anything different besides the light coming in is making me look maybe better. I don't know. Okay, how much time do I spend on shopping, filming, editing, all that stuff every week? That question is coming in from Maureen D as well. And, you know, my husband and I have had a little debate about this. He thinks it's way more than I think it is. I think my thought was I spend about 25 hours a week shopping for the hauls, filming, editing, comments, returning comments. And he's like, oh no, he's like, that's gotta be like 35 hours. It's in between there somewhere, between 25 and 35 hours a week with everything involved that there is to do, getting a video ready, uploaded, edited, commenting, returning comments, all that stuff. It's probably about that much time. Somebody also asked, and I might have missed this question, maybe it's coming up. Do I also work outside the house? Yes, I do at the moment. So my daughter, since she's moved back home from college, she has a job down the road. She is a managing partner of an ice cream shop. And she had asked me, would I help them by coming in and doing inventory, ordering, stuff like that. So 3 days a week, I go in the mornings and help them out doing that. I'm probably there 3-4 hours and then I come home. So it's nice, but that's what I do outside the house. So I'm gonna say between that and YouTube, it's very close to 40 hours, if not more. And YouTube, I probably work on 7 days a week, honestly. And I love it, you know, I'm no regret at all. I absolutely love it. It's when you have a passion, you don't care what day it is, you don't care what time it is, you work on it happily, you know? So anyways, that's to answer that. Let's see, can we see some of your cakes? This was Juliet V. Okay, so a while ago, I put together, you know how on Shutterfly you can make your own books of maybe family pictures or your grandkids, or you know, you can make a book about a lot of things. So I went on Shutterfly, this was a while ago I think now, and I made my own book of cake photos that I was really excited about, you know, at the time. And so I made this little cake book. I'm not gonna show you everything in here because I don't wanna bore you to death. But I'm gonna show you a few of the cakes that I have made over time because some of you are interested, like what kind of cakes do I do, right? So, okay, this picture here, I hope you guys can see this okay. This picture here, I made at Milford Bakery when I was working there for a graduation. And this is a Dr. Seuss cake. It was all covered with fondant. All these little details are all fondant pieces. Even the writing is all fondant. So that cake I just love. This cake was a baby shower cake to welcome into the world a new baby. And so this was made, I don't know how many years ago now, a few anyway. Love that cake for baby shower. Here is, can you guys believe this is a cake? Right here, the gumball machine. I made that a few years ago and everything is edible except this glass bowl. Everything else is cake and fondant. So love that cake. That was pretty cool and fun to do. I'm sure you guys have seen stuff like this where the bag is suspended in air like a candy bag and then you have the candy kind of falling out on the cake. So I did that a little while ago. This was one of my favorites too. Noah's Ark. So this was for my niece's little boy, and it was for his baptism, I believe. So all the little animals in here are fondant. Everything is fondant. There's cake underneath here, Rice Krispie treats underneath here, and everything else is done in fondant. So that was fun. Here's a baby shower cake for someone that had twins. So it's like the little bums sticking out with the little feet and stuff. All of this is fondant. It's all made out of fondant. So Let me see if I find any other ones that are kind of cool. This was kind of cool. It's like a world cake. It was a round world on top of another smaller cake underneath there. So anyways, I've had so many fun cakes that I've gotten to be a part of over the years. Here's some gold. This was a graduation cake for a girl that was going to New York. And this is the New York skyline down here. Here's another one I did for my aunt and uncle a long time ago for their anniversary. So anyways, I mean, that's just one of my things that I'm passionate about is cake decorating, you know? I love to do it. It's very creative. You can kind of get artsy with it, you know? So anyways, okay. How do I store all the clothes that I get from my boxes, my hauls, all that stuff? This question came in from Miss Ray. So I don't keep, like, honestly, I have a closet. It just goes in there. And it's not over full. It's not like I cannot get a hanger out from in between packed clothes. You know what I'm saying? I don't keep that many. I mean, I have clothes, but it's not like it's so jam-packed I can't get anything out of there, right? So I don't store them anywhere else. It's just in my closet. Do I have a system for every item that goes in? Like Miss Ray was also asking, so when I put something new in my closet, do I take something out? No. Actually, I do a spring cleaning. Probably once a year, I take it to Salvation Army. What I haven't been wearing. If I haven't been wearing it for like a year, I can pretty much assume I'm probably not going to pull for it, right? And so I need to be real with myself and not keep it in my closet if I don't feel like, why am I going to keep it there for another year if I haven't touched it the previous year? That's what I think. So I take it all out. I take it to Salvation Army, Goodwill, whatever, and I donate it is what I do. But I have a system. I was just talking to Heidi from the bakery about today, that I thought I would share with you because you know how sometimes, I don't think I'm the only person on this, you have so many clothes, let's say, but you always go for the same stuff all the time. It's like, oh, you know, you have that favorite top, that favorite sweater, those favorite pair of pants, and you tend to pull for those. And the other stuff kind of like sits waiting, like, are you going to pick me, you know? So I told her what I've been doing is I will pull outfits in advance for a whole week so that I can rotate through and wear these clothes so they're not just sitting there. So I will put 7 outfits together and I'll put them in one space in my closet. And I don't assign like this outfit is for Monday, this outfit's for Tuesday. I have the 7 up there. And then when I get up that day, I go to my closet and take out from that 7 which outfit I feel like wearing that day. But at least all the clothes are getting rotated. Nobody feels left out in the closet, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like I'm really doing a good job rotating through the clothes that way. So if you're looking for ideas, that seems to be working out kind of well for me. So otherwise, I just be grabbing the same stuff all the time, you know? So it gets me out of my comfort zone from doing that. Okay, the next question. If I had to pack for a trip, a 3-day trip, that was going to be leaving and I needed to leave in 1 hour, what is going in my bag? That question came from Bryn B. Okay, well, let me tell you, the one thing I know I'd be grabbing for sure, like if there was a fire in my house and let's forget the people, forget Bentley, you know I'm going to take, those would be my first priority. But if you're like, okay, there's a fire in your house, what are you grabbing from your closet that's absolutely got to leave this house? It is going to be that darn Dyson. Oh my gosh. Like I never knew what I was missing before my daughter brought that home. I'm telling you what, that Dyson is going in my bag no matter where I go on a trip. If there was a fire, whatever, that Dyson is getting out of this house, is coming with me because that darn thing is expensive. And for all of you who don't know, my daughter bought the Dyson and I was like, oh, so expensive. Why'd you buy that? And I'm like, she used it on her hair. I'm like, oh my gosh, you look like you just came from the salon. And she's like, tomorrow we'll do your hair. I'm like, all right, you know. And then we do my hair. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, so we have both dually taken it over. I have given her half the money for that Dyson because I'm using it just as, half as much as she is. So I'm telling you what, I would take the Dyson. And here's what I learned from going to Florida this past winter. I had my whole bag, all these clothes packed. I really could have packed one jean outfit, one short outfit, maybe a dress outfit. And with the stuff that I bought down in Walmart in Florida, I really could have had a whole clothing wardrobe without it bringing much at all. I could have brought almost an empty bag down to Florida and come home with the clothes that I ended up finding that I loved. So I might be taking a pretty close to an empty bag besides the Dyson, right? Okay, this question is coming in from Rhoda J. Are there any subscriptions I would love to try? Honestly, I cannot think of any. I think I've tried anything that I know about. Maybe there's something new out there I haven't seen yet. But anything that I thought I wanted to try, I think I did. So at the moment, and there's always new stuff coming out. So I'm going to just say for today, I can't think of any. But I'm sure there's always new stuff coming out. I'm sure there'll always be things that I'm like, oh my God, this looks pretty cool. I want to try that, So no at the moment. Okay, Kim H. wanted to know, do I have children? Yes, I have two. My daughter is 21. She'll be 22 soon. My son is going to be 19 in July. So they're like, getting to be grown-ups, I mean, that's it. My babies are growing up. Where do I live? The only thing I'll say about that is Michigan, and the rest will have to be unknown. So yeah, live in Michigan. Any other hobbies? And that would be cake decorating. And I'm probably stepping away from that a little bit more right now anyway than I have been, because YouTube, which is wonderful, and I'm happy that I have this to fill my time as a hobby, kind of a hobby job, I think, actually. Maybe I need to be real with myself there. But cake decorating, when I have time for that, I love that. So that's my hobby. Okay, these are all coming from Carrie F. Are you out there, Carrie? What am I going to do after YouTube? I don't know. I mean, I'm like loving YouTube right now. I don't know that, I haven't had a thought in my mind about what I would do after YouTube because I don't plan on quitting YouTube. So who knows, right? Only God knows. Okay, I don't know. Will I ever do a closet clean out? Probably not. That's just not something that I'm passionate about filming for me personally, so I don't think I will. When I get in there to clean out a closet, I am doing a job. You know what I'm saying? I'm in there like, get it done and get out. So I don't see me filming that. If I were to let one subscription box go, which would it be? Oh, okay. Well, gosh, this is only going, what I'm going to say is only going from the past few months, okay? Because with these subscription boxes, some months are great. Some months are like, oh, darn, I was wishing for a better box. I think that happens with everybody. Lately, I've been maybe a little bit more disappointed with my trunk club. That's just to be honest. It just doesn't seem like I've been getting things that really fit me, even if I ask for those kind of things. So I've been maybe a little bit more disappointed with that. I heard somebody say Stitch Fix. That can be hit and miss too. I'm going to be honest. But I don't know why. I really do like Stitch Fix. So Megan, oh, okay, hold on. Megan's on here. I got to tell a little story. So, okay. Break for 1 second. So you guys, some of you know that I drink my wine out of a plastic sippy cup. Yeah, it's real adult, let me tell you. So lately, my husband and I have been talking, and he's like, maybe we need to upgrade with these wine cups. I mean, because we have really nice wine glasses, but we never get them out. They're stuff we got from our wedding, whatever, yada, yada, okay? So we just ordered, I feel like a big girl now, okay, ready? So we ordered these Yeti wine cups, okay? These are perfect to take on the boat. Are you guys totally shocked right now? So I have a grown-up wine glass to use, and So maybe you might be like, oh my gosh, she grew up, right? Okay, but the reason why I say Megan is on right now. She is one of my daughter's friends, and she's been on vacation with us. She's been over our house a million times. I love Megan, okay? Now, every time Megan comes over, so we drink out of plastic cups in our house. I don't know if anybody's with me on that, but I'm telling you what, I don't know why, but we would rather have a plastic cup than a glass cup any day. This is probably way too much information. Anyway, I'm going with it, okay? So when Megan comes over, we have had this cup for Megan, okay, for years. Megan gets the Justin Bieber cup from when Justin Bieber was a baby, okay? My daughter has had this cup since she was like a preteen. So the joke is when Megan comes over, she knows what cup to go get out of the cupboard, okay? I'm telling you. So, all right, let me move on. I digress, right? That's our cup situation. Okay, let me see. Where was I? Oh, the sub box. Okay. Carrie F. also wanted to know a question about Barbara. She said, when are Barbara and I going to do another video together? It is going to happen. I don't want to give too much information about this, but all I will say, and maybe hopefully this is okay, Barbara, look for something coming at the end of June, beginning of July, okay? That's all I'm going to say about that. So there will be more coming. Okay, when will I do another video in my backyard by the lake? That's going to be coming soon too, Carrie, because the weather's getting nicer. And I'm kind of thinking in my videos, I might throw in extras at the end, like little clips of just something different, like I did in my, I forget what video it was, maybe it was Walmart this last week, of Bentley. So you might see an extra of on the boat or something like that, like just a little something. So look for that coming. Have my family and I been vaccinated? This is by Cynthia L. Yes, my husband and I actually went 2 weeks ago and got our first vaccination. So we go, I think, next Friday to get the second. And personal choice, you know, we kind of debated about it, thought about it, whatever, decided, you know what, with our age, you know, and a lot of other reasons, we decided let's do it, okay? So we've had the first one. Okay, this is by Christine C. Are you out there, Christine? How often do I purge clothes out of my closet? Like literally once or twice a year. That is it. I know, I should do it more. I might pull things off the hanger and put a pile on the floor, and that sits there for like 2-3 months. My husband's like, are you gonna do anything with those clothes? And eventually I get to it and I'm like, oh, okay, I gotta get them out, right? So if I know I'm not wearing it, the pile starts on the floor and then it goes to Salvation Army or whatever. So I saw a little heart there. Lynn Adams, is Mike shaking his head right now? Okay, so here's another question by Cassie B. Do I take vitamin supplements and do I have any recommendations for energy level? So I take a vitamin B12 because I eat mostly vegan. You know, I say mostly because sometimes I may have an egg, you know, I'm not real worried about that, or I might eat honey. Some people who are strict vegans don't even eat honey. They don't want anything that comes from an animal. So I'm not that strict. I think there's levels probably, right? So I do take a B12 because of that, but I do find that's really good for energy. B12, maybe a B complex is really supposed to be good for energy too. Maybe, you know, you might have known that, maybe not, but, and I'm sure there's other stuff, but that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now. Emerald Eyes, are you out there still? What shows do I binge the most on Netflix? Okay, recently was The Crown. We just finished that and absolutely loved it. Thank you for all that recommended that. The Queen's Gambit. Have you guys seen The Queen's Gambit? I love that show. It was just the girl was very intriguing. And it's about chess, but it's not about chess. There's so much more going on. This girl's like a genius, you know? Hi, Emerald Eyes, you are here. Okay. So I love The Queen's Gambit. If you guys get a chance to watch that, it's one season. I think it might be 7 or 8 episodes. Like you go through it like that. But I love that show. I thought it was really good. The fashion, it's all from like the 60s, and it was really, I liked it. I really liked it. The Ozarks. I know I've got some Ozark fans out there, right? I cannot wait for the next season to come out of Ozarks. I mean, I need to know what happens. Like the way the last season ended was like no one knew that was coming, right? Love that show. Game of Thrones, we've probably watched 3 times all the way through. And each time it was like, oh, I don't remember that, or I missed that the first time. So loved Game of Thrones. Breaking Bad, we loved that. Schitt's Creek, that was a good one for getting involved in, like, if you want a show that's like quick, 30 minutes, you know, each episode is about 30 minutes. Takes a little bit to get into the characters, but once you do, it's like, this is good. It's just a good comic relief. You know, you get used to the characters. They're just a little out there, and you know, it was fun. So on the top of my head, those are some of the shows that we have been binge watched. And that's the thing about Netflix. We love Netflix because you can get on there and binge watch. Vampire Diaries, yeah, Megan, we just finished season 6. And Mark has moved on, my husband, but I decided to stop right there because my daughter's like, after season 6, it's not really that great anymore. So I was like, okay, I'm done. But Vampire Diaries was very good. We binged that for a long time. Okay, so those are favorite shows off the top of my head. I know I'm forgetting some. What made me think of being a YouTuber? This is by Sherry D. I think I've kind of covered that a little bit. Barbara got me inspired by watching her videos, just seeing how good she was, how personable she was, sharing her passion for fashion as well. And it made me want to try anyway, right? So what does my family think about me being a YouTuber? Well, they're very supportive. I'm going to say that. In the beginning, it was kind of like, you know how your teenagers, you know, when their mom tries something different, it's like, oh, like you're going to be a YouTuber? Like, okay, you know, I mean, I don't know, they thought it was going to go anywhere, honestly. But it was like, now it's getting more exciting for them because they see that it's like, oh, well, maybe mom does have people that actually enjoy watching her channel. It's funny, but they're very supportive. My husband's very supportive of it. And, you know, he helps me think of ideas sometimes and stuff. So it's all good. But when it first started, it was like, I don't know about this, Mom. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Sherry D also asked, was it hard to see myself on camera at first? I think it's harder right now to see myself. Yeah, I know, right? The light, it's coming in. It's harder to see myself back when I started on camera. When I watch my first videos, I'm like cringing a little bit because, you know, I'm just like, you know, you're just nervous, right? And so you might not be yourself when you first start. So and you don't know how to do it. You're like, well, I feel like I should be like these people that I've watched because that seems to be going well, right? And in time, you find yourself. You find your own rhythm, what works for you, and that's when you just really feel like, you know, you just feel like you've gotten into your own rhythm, I guess. That would be my advice to new YouTubers. Be yourself. Don't try to copy anybody else or have to say things like anybody else. People will love you for you, and that's for real. Okay. Oh my gosh. Did we go through all the questions? I can't believe it. Wow, there were a lot of questions. You guys wrote in some really, really good ones. I was really impressed. So I went through all the questions. Oh my gosh. Since everybody is on here, okay, we have a lot of people on here right now. This is something I wanted to do a long time ago. But can you please type in where you all are watching from? because I feel like my husband's been on upstairs. He's kind of been helping to moderate to make sure, like, if there's any crazies, you know, the stalkers that come on, whatever, to kind of weed through that. But anyways, it will be interesting for all of us to see, like, where in the country, in the world, everybody is watching from, because it really is pretty cool just to see. So anyway, keep typing where you're from. And I felt like this would be so fun, okay? I didn't even know what a party popper was until a few days ago, a confetti popper. I thought this would be kind of cool because it will give a good effect on the camera. So my daughter's like, oh, maybe you should do a party popper on the live. I'm like, yeah, that sounds fun. Now it's gonna make a heck of a mess over here, but I'm willing to do that because I think it's gonna look cool on the camera. And these are reusable. So if you want, you can pick up all the stuff on the floor and repack it in here and do it again. This would be cool for like kids' birthday parties because they can just make a mess and then you pick it all up, stuff them back in and use it again. So anyways, all right, so here, let's try this. I have never tried a party popper before. It doesn't make any kind of unusual sound, I don't think, but this confetti stuff is gonna fly everywhere. So I thought it would be like festive for the, you know, the celebration. All right, are we ready? Watch, I'm gonna totally do it wrong. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, obviously I did not do this right. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try it the right way with the second one, okay? I've got a mess on the floor. Here we go. I wanted it to look like cool confetti in the camera for you guys. Ready? Let's try this again. 1, 2, 3. That looked better, didn't it? Oh, those are fun. Okay. I could see, like, if you had a ton of people all lined up with these things, that would be like, or a wedding, somebody, they're walking by and everybody pops these party poppers, like, and it's all glitter everywhere. That would be fun. Okay, so I've been ignoring this because all of these things have been coming in, questions and stuff. I'm gonna go back and read all of this stuff once this video uploads, so that I can see the questions or comments that I've missed, because I know I've missed a lot, and I apologize for that. So is there anything that anybody wants to ask now that I'm zero focused on this camera right now and I can see this? I'm gonna put my glasses on too. I almost picked up Bentley's glasses. Okay, thank you, you guys. Oh my gosh, oh, listen to me when I say this, okay? I am so grateful to all of you because to me, this is a community. It's not really my channel, it's a community. And I love that about this because I feel like I love to interact with you all. I love to answer your questions. I love to answer your comments. And to me, it's much more than just making videos. It's about making relationships. So I appreciate all of you. I'm just humbled. And I'm just so thankful for this community's growth. I really am. So, all right, let me see here. Oh, thank you, thank you. Pam, she's my wonder twin. What color is it? What color jean jacket am I wanting next? Oh my gosh. Do I need any more jean jackets, honestly? I think I have probably more than 6 up there. It's too much. Yeah, it's too much. So fun. I hope that you guys enjoyed the questions. Thank you so much for all of your questions. You guys had great ones. Dinner. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys. How long have we been on this thing? 87 minutes. Wow. Your battery died. Yeah, I believe that. Yep. So Maurice's haul. You know, I used to shop at Maurice's a long time ago when I was a little younger. And they did have some cute clothes. I haven't been in there in a long time, but I think I need to go check it out just to see, you know, see if there's anything my style. And here's one thing I want to leave off with too. So sometimes I get questions and comments about things that I show. You know, all I can do is show you things that I feel are neat, my style, right? So when I put in a title or something, fashion my 50s or whatever, it's fashion that I enjoy. And if you enjoy it too, that's great. I'm hoping that I will show you things that you'll be like, oh my gosh, I love that, right? But my fashion isn't for everybody. And just like the video that I just did where I wore that t-shirt that said, I'm not for everyone, I mean, like, isn't that true, really? Like, there might be people that just don't like my fashion, and that's okay, you know? I don't expect everybody to have the same kind of fashion. So, hello from Canada. So anyways, Tennessee, I love you, Tennessee. I do. I love Tennessee. Anyways, thank you, you guys, for all the congratulations. And I look forward to what is to come in the future. I really do. Who knows? None of us know, you know? So anyways, how old am I? 51. I'm not really, you know how some women are like, they don't want to answer that, and that's fine. I'm not one of those people. I'm pretty out there. I pretty much wear myself, you know, wear my thoughts and how I am on my sleeve. And so I'm kind of proud, I mean, to be 51, like, because I feel like I'm aging, but like I get smarter maybe with age too. So there's good things about getting older too. So I'm not afraid of it, you know? But anyway, that's just me, you know. Anyways, all right, you guys, I better go before I start getting pretty lame over here. No. Anyways, thank you all for joining me. And I will see you guys in my next video, right? So I know I look weird. I look older with the glasses on. Okay, you guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. And I will see you all real soon. Bye. We're going to eat cake now. Bye.